It's just about 6:06. It is Thursday, December the 18th, 2025, and it is a rainy Thursday across the state of Alabama. A lot of the rain coming from our south, the beaches area, Montgomery covered up, Birmingham dealing with some of that rain. A lot of it still back in the Mississippi area. And so we'll be kind of dealing with that on and off today. The high, 62, temperature right now, 52. So that's a big change from where we were on Monday with just frigid temperatures.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be nice on Friday, cool, sunny, 49. Sunshine Saturday, high around 60. Partly cloudy Sunday, high of 61. May I give you the weather forecast for Christmas Day?
Sure, let's go a week into the future.
It is going 7 days from now. It is predicted to be in the upper 60s. I saw one place that had it almost to 70 degrees. For Christmas Day.
Okay.
That is a South Florida Christmas, my friends.
It's a Christmas
I'm sorry
miracle.
It's not going to be chilly.
No.
But, yeah, kind of a warm Christmas headed our way.
I agree with you. I love a warm Christmas in the South for the simple reason that when you go out, you see all the kids with their skateboards, their scooters, their new bikes. They get to go out and drive. Back in Minneapolis, when you had Christmas Day, everybody got a sled. You were out. Everybody was out sledding. So now, and it's really, I got to be honest, it's only the one day that you see this.
Yeah.
Every kid who gets a bike, every kid who gets a mini bike, every kid who gets a skateboard, they're all going to be out there using them, trying them out, enjoying them. And then the next day they're back to the video games. So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, I think we're seeing fewer and fewer kids out on their skateboards and bikes because they're getting the electronics. It's like, where is everybody? Oh, they're inside.
Right.
Playing their new game.
Well, I mean, they're doing skateboarding. It's on an Xbox.
Right. That's exactly right.
They got the Tony Hawk game. I think is what's going on there.
Oh,
hey,
goodness.
Steve is back behind the
Yay!
controls.
What's happening?
We appreciate Carrie Adams filling in for the days that he did.
And Orlando, because when
Orlando
Carrie
was in
shifted
for
to
that.
mornings, Orlando was doing the middle of the day. So
Very nice.
thanks to both of those guys
But
to allow
it's,
Steve some time off.
It's good to have Steve back
Yeah.
because this is second nature to him. He knows exactly what he's doing. And it's not like... it's not a chore. Well, it is a chore. It's a job. He gets paid for it. Not that well. Anyway.
What are you trying to say,
Amen to
Richard?
that.
Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valladale Road, next to Ragtime Cafe. You have got a very limited time to get over there and get yourself a present of a lifetime. I've seen the selection here. I was just there the other day talking to them about how the Christmas season is going. It's going extremely well for them. And you can make it go even better simply by dropping by and taking a look at their diamonds, their emeralds, their rubies, their amethysts, their... You name it, all of the different precious metals for settings. You can mix and match, change things around. They're very good at what they do. They can fix any kind of jewelry. They do all the repairs in-house. They do high-end watch repairs, everything. Plus, the prices are so low, they can't afford to have a sale. Something to fit every single budget at Anthony and Company Jewelers. That's not something you find at every jewelry store in town. Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valleydale Road, next to Ragtime Cafe. Find out more at anthonycojewelers.com. So yesterday I had to take Luna to the vet, not for any reason other than that, when I got her, she was almost bald. She had a skin infection. She had both a bacterial and a yeast infection in her skin.
Bless her heart.
I know, yeah. She had infections in both of her eyelids, both of her ears. And Dr. Andy Sokol, gave me the instruction. He said, in 6 weeks, you're going to have a brand new dog. I said, really? I'm trading this one in? How does that work?
So be all fixed.
He said, no, we're gonna fix this one up, and you're going to love it. And so I followed his instructions to a T. This is now 8 weeks now that I've had her. And, he was absolutely right. By giving her all the right medication and giving her medicated baths and a certain schedule, whatever, she is just a normal dog now. She's covered with fur, no more infection in the ears, no more infection in the eyes, healthy appetite, driving the other dogs crazy because she's so full of energy. She's
And
6
happy.
years old. She's just happy.
Happy.
Little love bug, cuddle bug gets right up on you. She has one problem, and that is she gets car sick if she's in the car for too long.
Oh, no.
It's not. If I take her to the park, she's fine.
Yeah.
It's a short drive to the park. Driving to the vet, it's almost an hour from my house to Caldwell Mill Animal Clinic. It's about 45, 50 minutes. Okay, but I'm not going to stop using Dr. Andy. Dr. Andy's been so good to me over the years. It's worth the drive. It's
Absolutely.
like when I wouldn't know, but I understand when you find someone who does your hair just right.
Oh, that's who you're going to.
Yeah, you don't stop going to that person
right.
for your whole life if you can avoid it. So anyway, we go to the vet yesterday and drive there, and traffic is bad but not untenable. And we get there, Everybody loves her. She's and they couldn't believe how good she looked and what a difference this dog had. She got a couple of booster shots. She got some nasal medication. I don't know what that was all about. All I know is that the bill made me feel like that guy on the Monopoly board who's wearing the barrel, you know. By the time it was over,
it's not cheap.
No, I had
Usually
I had to get the flea and heartworm protection for the other two dogs as
Oh,
well.
man, you really got hit.
So when you get piling that up 6 months apiece and whatever, and you are deep in the weeds. So anyway, and she made it all the way to and she hadn't eaten since 4:30 in the morning. I give them breakfast right before I leave to come here, and so she hadn't eaten since 4:30 in the morning. It is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. She had consumed some water, but that's about it. So I'm like, we're going to make it. This is going to be great. Yeah. Pile into the back of the car to go home. Rush hour traffic.
Oh, so the trip's even longer.
It's an hour and a half to get, and we're moving the whole time, but we're moving very slowly in some instances. I had put this this old sheet across the back seat.
Just in case.
Yeah, and then I had a towel back there as well.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. This is going to happen. We're going to get there. I get to the house. And I look at the back seat. She had managed to pull the sheet off of half of the seat.
And there's the other
She
half.
was sitting on the towel and threw up on the top of the seat. I was just like, oh.
Is Luna?
Oh, you poor thing.
Is Luna big enough to maybe put her in the front seat with you?
Why? So she can throw up
no,
there?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah.
like any human being that gets car sick,
Yeah.
maybe she needs to look out the front window.
Maybe
with
so.
you.
Maybe so. I don't
Because
know.
I know that sometimes Lucy does that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in the Jeep, she'll jump in the front seat, and I've got a little, and the windows are open and everything. I've got a little collar that kind of straps her in the seat.
Yeah.
And she's just looking out front and looking out the side window and loves it, and the air's blowing on her face. It may be a back seat issue.
It might very well be. I'll have to
So
look
try
into
that.
possibility.
If she's tall enough to see out.
She's 47 pounds.
Yeah, then
as of
that's a big
yesterday.
enough. She can probably.
I'll get
you
the
get her
little strappy
situated
thing.
in the front. Yeah, the next time maybe that will eliminate
Well,
it.
the good news is,
you'll
And make
find,
the other dogs jealous.
that's it.
right.
The good news
she
is
got
I
shotgun.
don't have to go back. She called it. I don't have to go back to the vet for her skin or infections or anything. We're done with that. It's all done, which is great because I have no more money. I gave it all to him. I'm done. It's the Great Depression where I'm concerned. I'm going to be standing in a bread line for Christmas.
Well, that's
This is
another
my
thing when
plan.
people could and think about it because Christmas is coming up. Everybody loves a puppy at Christmas and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Just make sure you're in it for the long haul.
Oh, yeah.
14, 18 years. Sometimes that's the minimum when
Absolutely.
you get a puppy.
Yeah.
And one of the things people forget, they're like, oh well, I can potty train it and feed it. No. There's the vet bill that you need to consider and the things that go into that. Just a dog that's completely healthy their whole life.
Oh, yeah.
It's not cheap.
No. If you are not going to make that pet a family member, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. You're going to be really miserable,
will be.
unhappy. You're going to look at it as just nothing but an expense that's eating you out of house and home. Like a teenager, which you also don't really think of as a family member if you can avoid it.
There comes that point.
The other good news is
Get
that
out!
they found a spay incision. Her skin had cleared up to the point where they could see that she had a spay incision on her because we were like, we're going to have to get this dog spayed, and I was like, oh God, dollar
Now
signs,
there's that, yeah.
cha-ching. I'm just thinking, here comes more money. But no, actually, yesterday the skin had cleared up enough. They're like, no, she's fine, she's good,
Good.
She's good to go.
That's good to know that.
Yeah, no little puppies running around in my house if I can avoid it,
Mm-hmm.
because she's a whore. I mean, really, she's just terrible.
Richard. Mark 614. That'd be Richard Dixon that you email.
6:15, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South, and they have got the truck just waiting for you and your business. Maybe you need something for delivery. Great, they got cargo vans. Maybe you need a combination cargo and personal van, so you got to have a package that fits that interior for you. Maybe you're looking for a box truck, large or small. They have all different kinds with all different levels of miles on them. Some have shelves in the back, which is very cool. You can get a utility bed truck, a flatbed truck, a lift gate, a crane body, whatever it is you need. They can make it happen for you, and then they can outfit that truck the way you see fit with something like a toolbox on it, if you're so inclined, a ladder rack, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what they do at Work Trucks. They get you the perfect work truck. Downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. Trade finance. Get an extended warranty at the Southeast #1 pre-owned work truck dealer, Worktrucks with an X, LLC.com. The 9 o'clock hour got this opinion yesterday when this song was played. This is the only song on the entire Beach Boys Christmas album that is listenable in any way, shape, or form. I love the Beach Boys and I love Christmas, but the two should never have gotten together.
Well, and it comes with one of the weirdest lines, if not one of the dumbest lines I've ever heard, truth be told.
Yeah.
Christmas comes this time each year.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Really?
Some people need reminding, Steve.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Just like when your anniversary is and you forget that. Now you're in the doghouse. Don't let Christmas come and go.
It's the 25th again this year, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Listen, it crept up on us. We knew when it was, and it was like, whoa. We got how many weeks?
Didn't see this one coming. Sorry. 621 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com.
Hey, it is Christmas, and it may be a great time to drop by and see Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker to unleash that. Actually, if you're sitting on a vehicle right now, it's in the garage, it's I don't know, an antique car of some sort, something that maybe you don't drive very often anymore, and you're like, I want to get rid of this. You could probably use some of that money for Christmas gifts, and think about that for a minute. If you've got a truck, an SUV, a car that you're ready to unload, the best way to do that, smartest, safest, greatest way to do it is with Birmingham Broker. Craig and Keith, knowledgeable about everything used car-wise, and we know that the value of used cars right now is pretty high. So they're going to try to make sure that you get all the value you deserve out of that car. So get in touch with Craig and Keith. Right now, waiving that detail fee that they normally have to do. If you guys agree on that price and you're like, go on and sell it, they have to detail the car, inside, outside, the engine, all that stuff. Make sure it's shiny and gorgeous. But Craig right now is saying, we're going to waive that fee through the end of the month. So if you've got a car or truck right now, it's a great time to go see these guys. Located in downtown Birmingham, loyal fans of Talk 99.5, and we love what they provide to all of our listeners. I've used them before, too. Many of you have as well, and know that this is the best way to get rid of a used car that you're ready to get into something else. BHAMBroker.com or go see him, 2224 4th Avenue.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Well, President Donald Trump gave a pretty succinct speech last night that started at 8 o'clock, and we carried much of that, touting some of his accomplishments and also talking about, where we're headed in the future. And I think we talked about that a little bit yesterday, Richard, that we really wanted to hear, what's to come in 2026, the big, beautiful bill, some other things that are going to be implemented, and that is, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, what's going to happen with tariffs, the military going to get a bump here, which is really, really good. So, the future looks really bright. When we talk about next year in 2026, things look like they are really moving. So well done last night, President Trump. A very short speech for him, 22 minutes. I thought it would go more than an hour.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't do that.
No, he kept largely to the script. He clipped along. I noticed how fast he was talking. I was like, wow, this is sort of unusual for him. He drifted rarely. He maybe at the end of lines he would throw a little Trumpian comment like nobody's ever seen before. But, it's interesting to me how the media covers these things, because you'll remember when we started to see inflation going up, and it was going up fairly rapidly under Joe Biden, the media couldn't wait to rush to the cameras and explain to us, this was transitory. This is transitory. This isn't going to last long. It's not a big deal. It's okay. Of course, it lasted a good long while. Donald Trump gets into office. Inflation is now 2.3, 2.4%, depending on who you're listening to. And it takes a while, to right this ship. The economy is a very slow-moving vessel that if you're going to do a U-turn with it, it's going to take a good long while. The man's been in office for 11 months, and they're like, well, how come prices aren't lower? What's going on? You're like, really? You couldn't wait to tell us that inflation was transitory, the inflation that is still going on, but lasted, the high stuff lasted for the better part of 2 years. And now you're just impatient that Donald Trump hasn't fixed what Joe Biden broke already.
You're working against forces, too, like Jerome Powell.
Sure.
I mean, think of this, that we could have cut some of those interest rates even further to move us along faster this past year. And Donald Trump is like, Jerome, drop the interest rate. Come on, instead of this quarter point, let's do a half a point. Let's really jump into it. And he's been working against Donald Trump. So there are still forces against him to try to make it look like, hey, this is what we did in 2025. We could be further along. But, again, job well done over 11 months.
Yeah.
Based on what he's had to deal with.
Well, and he's got another couple of years to work with, but the 26 midterms are going to tell a lot about what he's going to accomplish, what he can get done.
Yeah.
And consequently, things need to get better a little faster.
Yeah, they do. This kind of a local story. Money has been approved by the city of Birmingham to install new flock safety cameras This is in an effort to support police investigations and help with public safety. Flock cameras consist of 2 pan-tilt zoom cameras and 2 license plate reader cameras that will be used in the Rockford neighborhood. BPD has been working to expand the network of cameras that are a great investment tool. It can track vehicles that may be part of a crime and also help to solve crimes more quickly. And that's really what you're going for. These cameras, again, they've been using them in other cities to help solve crimes. You're not breaking the law. You're not doing anything wrong. No problem there. But there's a shooting or there's a robbery or there's a whatever. They can very quickly turn to these cameras in their real-time crime center, which they have, and say, well, there's the car, there's the license. Oh, it's registered to, Joe Smith. Let's go get him. We know his address, and then, problem solved.
If you're
very
wondering,
quickly.
If you're wondering how important crime cameras are, look at what's going on in Providence, Rhode Island right now.
Oh, they didn't have hardly any cameras.
6
That's
days.
the problem.
6 days. They've got no clue who this guy is. 6 days. That's just criminal.
Pretty bad. And finally, President Trump has ordered a total and complete blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving Venezuela. This is for sure turning up the pressure on Nicolas Maduro and hitting straight on that country's narcotics operations. Trump has designated the Maduro regime as a foreign terrorist organization and has directed that the U.S. stop all sanctioned tanker traffic. President Trump made the declaration 1 week after we seized one of their oil tankers. The oil was linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guard and Hezbollah. So, once again, we're playing real offense right now. I like the fact that we're not playing defense, and here comes another drug boat. It's coming across the Caribbean right to the U.S., and we're not doing anything about it. We are moving in and in and in, and to a point now where we've cut off these oil tankers being able to move about. This is going to seriously affect Venezuelan's economy. And that's right where you want them. When they're not able to move their drugs, they're not able to move their oil, this will have an impact on them.
Do you find it interesting that bad actors tend to find each other and hang out together? Russia, China, Iran, Venezuela, they form a little club.
Yeah.
They're like the We Hate the U.S. club, and you got to have the password if you want to get into the meetings. But it's crazy how they all manage to, and you just go, you're all horrible, horrible people. I mean, Iran, you're throwing gay people off of buildings. You're beating women to death because they're not wearing their hijab. Venezuela, you're selling drugs that kill people. Russia, you're throwing cannon fodder into the war in Ukraine. China has got forced labor. There's just so much bad going on in these countries. And they're like, we should form a club. Let's all get together and be anti-U.S. Yeah, well, that's what's going on
Anti-good guy. We're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they can even fool themselves into believing that they're the good guys. I don't think they even try. They're like, yeah, we suck. We're pretty bad. We're like Batman villains. We admit it. True. Anyway, a lot of interesting stuff going on in the world today. We'll get to more of that. Plus, I want to remind you that Why Do They Know It's Christmas is the worst song ever. Not the worst Christmas song, the worst song ever. Coming up at 7:35 this morning.
We're doing it. Y'all mark that. You do not need to miss this.
If you haven't
it
heard
only
it,
comes around once a year.
Well, sometimes twice.
Well,
we'll probably throw it in on the 23rd as well because we're going to be phoning it in a big way.
Oh, okay.
Well, and it might show up in a best of.
Okay. So in other words, it will.
It only happens 3 times a year.
3 times a year. Right. Who's counting?
I am.
Huh?
1, 2, 3.
7:35.
3 times.
Kids gather around the. Gather around the YouTube.
That's true.
And watch Richard do this. Real Talk 99.5 TV.
I don't know that there is really anything exciting about it because you're going to be listening to a recording of when I recorded it years ago.
You can make funny faces, huh?
Yeah, I'll
smile,
do it. I'll do
grin.
that. Or I might
grimace.
just get up and leave the studio. There's no telling. 6:30, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Your thoughts are always welcome. Drop us a line at 545-9950. Why don't you? Huh? This is a little bit like Billy Mack changing
This doesn't seem right,
changing
does
the
it?
words.
It's good, though.
Christmas is all around, especially the fourth line where we add an extra syllable.
It's good, but I'm just like, huh?
Yeah. That's a cheap trick trying to earn a cheap buck.
And it worked.
It did. 636 Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Weirdest story of the year coming up in mere moments. And I mean, there were a lot of weird stories this year.
Yeah, there were.
So
That-
this
one about knocks it out of the park.
This one does, in fact, take the cake. If you are trying to sell a piece of property, you're contemplating it, you're thinking about it, you're saying, maybe we put that thing on the market in 2026. Your biggest worry should be this. What do you price it at? What do you price it at? Because if you don't know, and you can look around, you can look at other people's comparables and whatnot and say, well, that's what this one sold for, and that's what this one sold for. You have no idea how long it took to sell. You have no idea how many times did they lower the price. What did they have to do with all of that? Look, here's the thing. Create the market, and then let the market set the price. It's just that simple. That's what Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing does. They create the market. They put your piece of property out for display and say, come and bid on this. You got a date of auction. It is a date certain. That's the day it's going to sell. You know that. And then you know the day it's going to close as well. More importantly, you have a bunch of qualified buyers gathering in one place, bidding against each other for your property, which means, of course, you're getting the best market value because the highest bidder is going to win, right? Everybody who sells a piece of property wants a bidding war. This is exactly how you get one. Even if you have a listing agent, you can still do this, by the way. That's not the end of the road for you. GTauctions.com is where you go to find more information. GTauctions.com. And, knowing the date of sale, knowing the date of closure, also the fact that you don't have any contingencies, that's always a pain. I've done the contingency thing. I had a house sell 3 times, and every time there was always some contingency that kept it from actually closing. Hated that. No punch lists. How about the buyer pays all the closing costs? There's so much to love about this. GTauctions.com to find out more. GTauctions.com. And if you have a piece of undivided ownership property, that's you and a whole bunch of family members own this one piece of property, they have a solution for that as well. And you should definitely look them up and talk to your friends and relatives around Christmas time about GT Auctions. Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing, GTauctions.com. An investigation is underway after a woman was found dead inside a Dollar Tree store freezer in Florida.
You're like, huh?
But wait, the story gets weirder. She was naked. According to Miami police, officers arrived at the Dollar Tree at 968 Southwest 8th Street at 8 a.m. after an employee called and said, hey, there's a dead woman inside the store. Officers found the woman's body inside the freezer. She was identified as 32-year-old Helen Maciel Garay Sanchez. Miami police said Sanchez walked into the store Saturday night before it closed, didn't buy anything, went into the freezer in the back storage room where she spent the night, was found by an employee in the morning. Garay Sanchez was a devoted physician and beloved mother of 2 who was originally from Nicaragua. Circumstances surrounding her death remain under investigation as authorities confirmed she was not an employee of the store.
This is wild.
Yeah. I mean, naked dead woman inside a
freezer.
Miami Dollar Tree freezer.
And a freezer in there.
And they say, okay, she came in,
And
wandered around.
And it's not like, at the back of the store or the refrigerator, where the milk and the refrigerated stuff. We're talking about she went all the way back where the employees go.
The storeroom.
And there is a freezer back in there, and that's where they found her. Wow. Sleepwalking, drugs,
Ambien?
alcohol.
Yeah.
I thought Ambien.
Yeah.
I thought, what's going on here? The other question I have is, did she live like a block behind the Dollar Tree and she walked there?
Yeah.
How did we get there?
That's a good question. We have no earthly idea.
This is just bizarre.
That is about as strange a story as you're going to
And
run
if you
across.
see this woman, if she walked into the store, you saw her walk in, and you didn't see her walk out. Are you not like, hey, where'd that naked lady go? Or maybe she was dressed when she came in.
She was dressed
and
when
took
she
her
came in.
clothes
I'm thinking
off.
she took the clothes off inside the freezer, which makes it even weirder.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
very
like-
bizarre.
I mean, is it hot in Miami this time of year? Is that why
Yes,
she was just trying to
yes,
cool
it's,
off?
It's
She was
warm. It's 70s, 80s.
I was
yes.
just trying to get cool. I walked into the.
That's so weird.
That's,
I wanted to see what it felt like being naked in a freezer.
yeah, well, who wouldn't want to find that out?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That is so strange.
Bizarre. If we get more answers, we will, by God,
Mm-hmm.
share them with you.
Call mom and get her to run by there and see what's going on.
Are we getting spam now on our text line? What's going on?
I hope not.
Oh, yeah, we are. It's
No.
not good.
Who's spamming us?
Stan says hot flash.
It could be.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's 32 with 2 kids. Maybe she just needed a break from the kids and
Oh.
thought, I'll just pop in here for a minute.
She got a permanent
Cool
break.
off and-
Didn't mean to. Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Do not send us links, people. We cannot click on
Nope,
links.
not
Can't
clean.
do anything with those.
We're going to delete that.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you
Goodbye.
talking to us. But, and it happens all the time with me that people will send me stuff on my Facebook. They'll Facebook message me and be like, look at this. And I'm like, I've just kind of stopped trying to explain it. I've said it 1,000 times if I've said it once. We cannot open links. We cannot open links. We
Somebody
cannot
trying
open
to
links.
send us a Cash App something. This is,
No.
I just blocked that.
Scammo.
Yep. Not falling for that.
Scammo.
No,
But
thank
the,
you.
the other day I found out that I owed a toll.
Did you?
Yeah, it
Did
was
you
in
pay it?
Honduras.
Honduras.
Well, I clicked
How
the
much
link.
did you send them?
They didn't ask for any money. They just wanted
Okay.
my banking information.
And
so
your
I gave that
your
to them.
first child
I gave them that. I gave them my social security number.
and your blood
And
type.
I think we'll be okay.
What size shoe do you wear, sir?
It's,
None of your business.
I don't know what's going on out there.
That's
man.
crazy. Yeah, the toll thing. Look out for that. That's a pretty good scam.
Have they reached the? Are they done with that now?
What, the toll?
Yeah, I mean, because it
I don't
seems
know.
like I was getting a lot of those, and then they stopped dead.
Mm-hmm.
I also was getting a lot of, "Hey, let's meet up for drinks later" from a number I've never seen
That is
before.
bizarre.
And of course,
Yeah, I'm like,
you're like,
let's
yeah,
have fun with that.
I'm
Sure,
s-
what
yeah.
time and where?
Right?
I'll see you there.
Is this
Not.
Lisa? Like, okay, yeah, all right, play that game. Yes, this is Lisa. I usually go right into the, yeah, absolutely. You remember we met at a party 2 weeks ago? Oh, yeah, I was there. I remember that very well.
You sound just like Lisa.
Sure, let's get together, have some drinks later. It'll be fun. And they get frustrated, the whoever it is that's sitting in their boilerplate calling session system down in Honduras or
Yeah.
wherever they are. Nigeria, is that one of the
That could
places?
be one of
they
them,
do?
yeah.
They have these large crowds
India.
of yeah.
His
Just
name is Scott, and he's calling from India.
yes, my name is Scott. How may I help you today, sir?
That always cracks me up when you're calling some, I don't know, it's a credit card company or whatever, and you get somebody on the line and they have their accent is so thick you can barely understand, and then they come up, my name is Joe. I'm like, your name's not Joe. Give
No.
me a break.
No, it's Pintar. We know it.
Something we can't pronounce probably
I actually I had to hang up on a woman one time.
because you couldn't understand her.
The third time I asked her, "I'm sorry, say that again, please,"
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
repeated it. I did not understand. I just went like, "Okay,
I've done
never mind.
that too, and I know that's terrible, but it's like if you can't communicate through whatever transaction or help that you need
Yeah.
with that individual, well, and again, try to be as polite as you can, but just say I can't sorry, gotta go.
I called back. I got a guy with a less thick accent, and it worked out. you
Less
know?
thick.
Yeah, I mean, you were going to get an Indian guy one way or the other. It didn't matter. It's just this woman's her accent was so thick I could not understand 90% of what she was saying. And I thought, we're talking about my computer here. This is probably too important to only get 10%
Part of it.
of what
No,
she
you need-
said.
you
I
need
should probably get this worked out and talk to somebody who's able to. And
Well, now with AI, they could, eventually we'll get it where it gets put through something
Yeah.
and it comes out like normal speech.
sure.
She says it and the AI spits it out in the correct way that you would speak English in America.
I saw something the other day that had the voiceover on it, and I can't remember who it was, but I remember listening to it and going, "That's AI. That is not that guy. That is AI because it was sort of monotony in
Yes.
delivery," and I was like, I don't believe for a
Not
second
real.
that that's really that guy, whoever that was supposed to be. It was an actor that I should have known, but yeah, I was like, that it's scary. It's getting scary out
It
there,
is.
kids.
Yeah, pay close attention. The videos still are pretty easy to spot.
Lot of
like
them.
somebody's wrestling with a bear, and then all of a sudden in the middle of the frame, his leg is missing, and it's like the bear didn't eat the leg. It went away, and
Yeah.
it's AI, and it's not really a bear, and it's easy to spot those things.
That is going to be gone soon.
Oh, yeah, it won't take long.
Somebody did a comparison of it was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Will what's his name?
Smith.
That's
Smith,
the
yeah.
guy, Smith Jones.
was easy.
Smith Jones.
Yeah,
one
they're
of those
all
two guys.
there.
It was him eating spaghetti, and it was AI from 2 years ago, and it was AI from 2 days ago. The leaps that they have made, frightening.
Yeah.
I mean, think about eating spaghetti. There's all the strands, there's sauce involved, there's a fork, there's, a particular movement. It has to look like Will Smith, and he's putting it into his mouth, and he's chewing it. And you look at the old one, and you go, no one would fall for that. And you look at the new one, and you go,
Oh, that's close.
That's a little frightening.
Yeah.
That's a little scary. In 2 years, we're all going to be fooled on a regular basis.
It's not good. That part of it, when people use it for evil rather than good, that part is scary. It really is. That we won't. It's going. We got the left telling us all these different crazy narratives and everything else, and people run with things and they post things on Facebook. Imagine when AI gets that good, that you're going to have a very difficult time. You're going to have to research. You can't look at one thing and say that's real. And I think that's a frightening place we're headed to.
What I'm really worried about is when AI gets so sentient, it starts pranking us.
Oh, now it's getting complicated.
Who's responsible for this? I am. What? 647 Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5. Little Danny Fogelberg
So good.
rewriting the 1812 Overture. Started off as a joke and eventually turned into this song, which is one of the more popular tunes.
And is actually, according to him, a true story.
Yes. Yeah, as a matter of fact, after he died, the woman who this is about came forward and said, yeah, I was the ex-girlfriend. And she said she and the architect parted some time ago. So she felt good about, so really before the song even came out, she said, yeah, my husband and I had split up. And so it wasn't that big a deal. It was actually took place in a 7-Eleven rather than a grocery store.
I can see that. Yeah. Great tune.
Fogelberg. It's funny to me because Fogelberg went home for Christmas, right? Now, he is, at this point, already a huge star. And his mom says, oh, I forgot the whipped cream for the pumpkin pie. Can you run to the store? Dan Fogelberg. You're sending Dan Fogelberg to the 7-Eleven on Christmas Eve to get some whipped cream, to get some
her
cool
son.
whip.
That's
Yeah,
it.
That's right.
He's no celebrity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Bob Newhart said, here's the way to stay humble. Your wife tells you to take the garbage out. I said, if I were Cary Grant, I wouldn't have to take the garbage out. She said, if you were Cary Grant, I wouldn't ask you to.
That's pretty funny.
6:53 with Dixon Vining, Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. Who puts free weed in front of a high school?
Somebody with a sense of humor,
I guess.
maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not afraid to go to jail.
It's in
maybe?
Auburn, California. Weed is largely legal there for the most part.
California, Colorado. Who would have guessed?
Yeah. In a social media post from the Auburn Police Department, authorities say they found a free weed display near a high school on Sunday. Cardboard sign left at the display read, Merry Christmas, free weed, organic and cage-free. The display included 29 mason jars of marijuana.
I'm surprised somebody didn't come along and steal the whole thing, much less the kids.
It was free. What's to
yeah,
steal?
right. It's like, let me have all those mason jars. I've got some friends we need to smoke together. What the heck?
As a guy who used to be in this business, I can tell you, this is hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of weed here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this guy, whoever it was putting out really probably better than $1,000 worth of weed. I can't tell the real size of the mason jars compared to the sign
there's some
here.
small, there's a regular size, and then you got the jumbo ones.
There are a couple of jumbo ones. There are several
jars.
jumbo ones, as a matter of fact. So it's like, if you are packing an ounce into each one of these, that's a lot.
And why are you giving it away?
If I had to guess,
did you grow it and you just had too much and you don't really sell it, but you wanted to not have it go to waste? You were giving it away?
I think the THC content was too low. It
that
wasn't getting the job done.
You give it to the kids,
The
it won't
problem-
affect
that's
them
right.
so much.
Those kids, they don't care.
Here's the problem.
They just
You
want
don't know.
Yeah. Well, somebody called the cops, and they came and picked up the free weed, and they supposedly
then they used it.
I was going to say they supposedly disposed of it, but they don't say exactly how. They're like, we disposed of it responsibly.
I love when they say we burned it. I'm like, oh, did you stand over it?
When I was a kid, Minneapolis had strict fireworks rules, and they would come take your fireworks away from you. And the understanding was that the cops were just taking them home and giving them to their kids. I mean, we all knew that's what was going on. They would steal your fireworks, they'd go home, and then on the 4th of July, they would have themselves a big old party with your fireworks. They weren't disposing of them responsibly. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these officers found a good use for this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of free Christmas weed, which happens to be standing next to a beautiful, fresh Christmas trees for sale sign at Placer High School. Obviously a fundraiser for the school as they're selling Christmas trees, and then somebody's trying to give away weed. Maybe they should have set it up like free weed with every Christmas tree purchase.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Or go the other way. Buy the weed, get the Christmas tree free.
Either way.
Yeah,
Here's an extra gift with your Christmas tree. Thank you for stopping by. It's a mason jar full of marijuana.
Mm-hmm. It'll build your appetite for the holidays.
Just what I always wanted.
Corey says, I would have taken all 29 jars back in my high school days. Yeah, me too, Corey. Me too. I used to run into Charles Barkley at the Leeds Walmart whenever he visited his mom. She was always sending him to the store. Yeah, that is true.
That's good. Keeping him humble.
That's true.
I'll go, Mom. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
He probably didn't care.
Free weed for Christmas instead of setting out milk and cookies for Santa. Now it's okay to just leave him a blunt,
Wow.
says McGee. Well, that'll make him hungry for the rest of the milk and cookies on the flight, right?
You're going to need more of that.
I look at this picture. Okay, poor Valerie here. She's not as experienced as I am in worldly things.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, little you know, worldly things.
Really?
You know what city I grew up in?
Yeah.
How readily available,
Sure.
probably more so than any other part of the country at that point in time.
How long did you spend selling weed to your friends?
Let's see. I can't really remember at this
Okay,
point.
sure. Uh-huh.
I'm broadcasting. I can't do that right now.
Oh, I have no qualms about it because it's long past. I'm like, statute of limitations is over on that.
Sure.
But I was a weed dealer for several years. I can smell this picture.
It has a smell. How
It
about
has-
that?
it has
Scratch
a-
and sniff page
a
on your
pungent-
Is it
computer.
skunky?
A pungent aroma, I'm telling you. Especially because there's one clear jar here. There's a lot of them that are kind of darkened, but there's one clear jar here, and I'm looking at the contents of it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that is going to have that pungent aroma. And so Corey says, well, I would take all those jars. Where would you put them that your mother wouldn't find them? Because you could smell that stuff from a mile away, I bet.
It's pungent.
Just sitting there
Yeah.
in your closet. Your mom's like, what's that smell? I'm doing some organic farming, Mom. Some organic farming.
I told
Sure.
you the story about my brother hanging it. He found an entire 6-foot plant. It was huge.
Yeah.
He drug it home and he put it up in the attic and put lights on it. My parents didn't know about it. I was like, do you understand how much trouble we could all be in? This
Yeah.
house we could lose it. What are you thinking? He did. He was like, they didn't know he had it up in the attic.
Oh, man.
Because people were growing it everywhere in South Florida. It was everywhere.
Well, it's a very good place to grow it. It's got
Sure,
got
it was the perfect place.
the
But I'm
right
like,
climate.
do you know how much trouble you would be in if they? I said, you've got to get this out of here.
Yeah.
Get it off the property. I don't know what you're doing, but get it out.
My best friend, who was a lawyer at the time, took me downstairs to his basement to show me his hydroponic
A whole outfit,
chamber.
huh? Oh,
And this marijuana plant that was pressing up against the glass. It was, this is a big old octagonal shaped, imagine a picture the size of like a coffee table, a side table or something like that. And inside was this plant that was so big, it was pushing up against the sides of the glass. I'm like, that thing wants out. You got to let it go.
Yeah, really.
Like, what are you doing? Because every once in a while we come down here, we snip off a couple of buds. I'm like, you're a lawyer.
what are you doing?
He goes, yeah, I can defend myself if I get caught.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well-
don't know that he wants to defend himself. Probably needs another lawyer.
You'd have a fool for a client, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
that's right.
I am that fool. The good news is all of that is in the distant past now. I sowed all the wild oats, and
Well,
now
that's how it's supposed to go.
it's the
Get
occasional
it out of your system, Richard.
the occasional rum and coke, and that's about it. That's all. That's as strong as we go nowadays. 7 o'clock, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com.